Howdy guys, I'm F08, your favorite wolf hero enthusiast, and welcome back to Fire Emblem The Lonely Mirror. This is an FE8 hack made by Caladrius, and today it's time to resume in Chapter 20, Origin of Birds. We left off last time with this scene, actually. It's kind of cool that it swaps that, or it takes that back and lets us see it again. Huh? What's this? Some kind of switch? I wonder, is this the access to the archive? Well, what's happening? The building is sinking. Yeah, and then it transforms into a whole new map, and we get to, see everything shifted around. Like, we get to continue on with this one map. It's really well done. Looks like it stopped. I hope everyone made it into the building alright. The archive must be here somewhere. Yeah. So essentially our goal here is to defeat all of the bosses and grab each of the archive keys. And once we have all of the keys, we can unlock this door, presumably, and get into the archive, and presumably from that point, get Leah's personal weapon back. Now I will say it's a little bit of a shame that it sort of like quote-unquote ambushed us by dropping us here after some of our units had moved. But luckily enough, we got by with only 3 of our units, well, 4 having moved. That said, one of them is going to be danced, most certainly, because Sylvan is crazy. Too good of a unit not to dance for at this moment in time. Yeah, that makes sense. Hopefully you can't reach that pillar. It's fine if you can, but we'll just hand axe. Let's see, a crit wouldn't kill. It'd be 42 damage, so no, a crit won't kill. It's a very low hit rate anyway, so it should be okay. But a crit would, of course, be devastating. We could heal him. We have, like, Physic. We also have Mend. If we had to, we could Mend and then rescue drop our healer out of there. And that would be just fine, too. That said, maybe we can get rid of this. Yeah, we can, actually. Flux Tome is fine. I don't think it'll hurt us that badly if we do shoot this guy. What do you have? Let's see. We're fine, actually. Yeah, this works out. We can just shoot that guy with the longbow. That is assuming you don't double or something, which you shouldn't. You're a little bit on the slow side. A miss here would be rather bad, I will say. Maybe we could rescue drop Wise closer. I think we can manage something like that. We can also send Sersha this way and kill this guy. And also sort of bait out the, actually, she can't kill without the... Well, she can kill with that, that's fine. You can attack to there. Battle Axe, that's a little bit interesting. 28 damage, but that's fine. If we attack from here... let's see, if you got hit by him, though... 13 damage, you probably don't even take... Yeah, you don't even take damage from him. 13 damage, you would do... 28 minus 14 because of Weapon Triangle. Would you have enough left over? Yeah, you will. So, this is actually just fine. We'll use the Floret. I do hope that we get a Hammer and Staff at some point. I could very well see a strong argument for, like, the Hammer and Staff to be in this archive. There is one chest that's kind of new that's down there in the bottom left. We'll have to pick that up too. I hope it has something good. Like, I could see why it would have something good, especially being locked away, quote-unquote, in this, like, really deep part of the dungeon. I am very hopeful for that to be the case. Now, let's see. Do we have an out if we happen to miss one of our shots? Do we have an out? Well, ultimately, we could rescue up Wise and drop him within her range. I think I'll do that. Having everybody on this side for the first little bit doesn't really seem like it's that bad. Drop in range for supports. What's his HP like, actually? Let's see. If we drop here, then that'll be in support range. He should be fine. Steel Axe is going to hurt a little bit, I guess, but what we could do is just do this. I don't know. Can you get hit by that? Yeah, you can. That's a little bit unfortunate. We could trade over the Axe Reaver and Kanto back, though. And that way you're safe, at least. Oh. Let's do this, and I'm also going to trade over this to you, because you can use those. We'll just do that, and that should work out. That should give us more hit rate, yeah, a lot more. That makes me feel a lot better. This is fun. This is very satisfying to do. We get to use a lot of tactics in this way that we haven't, you know, really had the opportunity to use otherwise. Steel Axe and Steel Axe. I would assume that you can, like... Oh, well, you'll get destroyed if you hit, or if you get hit, but I mean, if you use the Drain Rune, we won't kill one of them, but we'll be at full health. And that should work out. Javelin, but you don't have a Javelin. There's the Poxon Lance, so we can do this. We can Drain Rune this one. That will put you in range of this guy, though. That said, you don't do much damage. Well, it's a little bit of damage. It's like 10. Would you take 10 plus, plus 22? No, certainly not. You don't have 32. Well, in this case, we might just head back a little bit. We don't have to be hasty. We could do this, I guess. Put her here. Give over the vulnerary. Oh, excuse me. We can keep the drain rune on as well. We'll swap the bright rune over for now. Leave her here. She's not damaged, so this is fine. We'll vulnerary up. Leave the drain rune on. Do a little bit of Nosferatu tanking. That's always a fun strat. Although it's ordinarily like perhaps a little bit overkill, but I mean it's still fun to use. You don't get to do it often enough because you don't ordinarily get enough uses of your Nosferatu to really like make use of it in a proper way, unless you're willing to waste the entire thing on one map. Nice crit, Sersha. Very nice. But yeah, like I was saying, I would love to have a Hammer staff so I can patch up the florets, patch up the oh shoot, what's it called? We will send back the Flame Lance for now. We don't need it. Patch up the Milarepa. That would be incredible. Yeah, there we go. It wasn't necessary at all to do that, I don't think. It made things like more reliable, sure, but it wasn't necessary. Okay, what's the Shaman gonna do? Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Cool. Yeah, Winifred has pretty good res, so this works out just fine. Very nice, very nice. She even dodges, that's nice. Oh, even a level up from a missed shot. Ooh, wow. Pretty much everything she needed. Of course, I would have loved a little bit more res, maybe a little bit of defense, but I'm not going to complain at a level up like that. Let's see, I wonder if Sylvan could... I mean, he could, actually. We have the longbow on him. Well, there's one of our big boys down. Most excellent. We don't have to interact with the Bolganone's Helm. Those things are scary. They have like 12 might on them. Kind of reminds me of the DS era Bolganone, where it was just scary all around. And he gives boss experience too, so that's a good level up. I will say that Sylvan's pretty crazy. I hope this is fine to send this back. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Like, that would have to be tested. And it would have to work out. He's actually, like, he has less power than speed as a warrior. You don't really see that, ever. Let's see, you have an Axe Reaper too, although it doesn't quite kill. Yeah, there we go. The supports are actually helping out here. The support allows this to take place. I think he has wind, and then she has fire, so that's double attack and also double crits. That's going to make these guys fun to use, in addition to Miles and Joseph as well. Doing this will give Joseph a lot of crit, actually. Yeah, it also gives him a lot more power. That makes this work out nicely. Yeah, there we go. Walking around with 21 crits. Certainly a lot of fun. Yes. Good old Joseph. And then we should be able to relatively easily get through this guy. Ooh, longsword. I mean, that doesn't really matter that much for her case. Actually, we might be able to kill this guy. Ah, shoot, we're just out of range of killing, unless we use the short spear, but it's a little bit less accurate. I guess we could use the heavy spear. Or we could maybe get Boone in range and trade something over. Also, these guys didn't move. Well, you can attack up to there. Let's do something like this, then. Well, Frost Rune 1. We don't need to quite yet, I don't think. Also, do we really want to steal this lockpick? I feel like we probably should, but I don't know if we need to. This is fine, Sersha good. She doesn't have anything to be stolen, but also she doesn't have the speed that she would be stolen from, I believe. Also, she can't take damage from that guy, so it's going to be interesting to find out whether or not he decides to move in on us. He would have if his AI was set to be within full range, but it may be whenever you're in half of his range. That may be his AI. Silver Sword on this guy, that'll be nice to have. Man, this is where I wish we had a Sword Slayer, because Sword Slayers are really fun against hero bosses. Let's see, we'll have to send Miles that away, of course. I guess what we could do... Ooh, supports. Well, we can't really do that, because we're trying to get the B-rank support with Winifred to keep their support square going. This works out, we can kill with any other unit, really. Ooh, that sounded like a crit for a moment, so I would have been very down with that. But we can use Wanda to finish him off. It's not as though she dies even if she misses, and then we have her as a backup. I guess we could just use her first, throw a javelin. No problem with that. And then we could attempt to kill with the heavy spear. It's not as though Armor Knights are such a threat at this point. Well, they're a little bit of a threat. We can do this. I'm fine with using the short spear. A miss would be most unfortunate, but yeah, we still have Winifred for this. That's fine. Most excellent, most excellent. I hope that we get another Master Seal soon. I would love to promote Wanda as soon as we possibly can. That said, I don't know if I want to take her to level 18, or promote her at level 18, or if I would rather wait a little while and promote her more at level 20. Because level 20 would make the best use of the Dream Catch, effectively the Aphis drops, for anyone that hadn't seen it prior. Use the Milarepa here. I don't want to step in range of these guys necessarily. I guess what we can do is this, and then Nosferatu tank continually. Drain Rune. I wonder what their movement AI is like. Maybe it's within 2 turns for the soldiers. That seems like it makes sense. Okay, so she'll kill this one. It's interesting that they went for Leah instead of Parvati, since they had 0 hit rates. But maybe they were just looking out for damage instead of accuracy. That would make sense. Yeah, it looks like that's what they're going for. So Leah can kill one, Parvati can kill one, Boone can kill one, and then we can dance somebody around to kill the 4th one. That should work out just fine. Yeah, makes sense to me. He's making a run for that chest, of course. That does make perfect sense. Now, what have you got? Steel Sword, that's fine. We can just put you in range. Yeah, this should still be in range, I do believe. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Who are we gonna dance around? I mean, we don't even have to dance if we use Joseph, so that's fine. We can use Elwind, maybe? No. Let's see. If we had 3 more damage, we would get the kill. This would mean Miles would be in support range. Can we manage that? We can if we dance. But I don't know if that's what I want exactly. I kind of want to dance for him. We could do this. I think this is fine. If we dance for Wise upon... Yeah, I think this is going to be okay. I don't think we actually have to take out all of the soldiers anyway. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we go here, that's fine. We can get him down there a little bit faster. That does make sense. That does indeed make sense. We'll dance for them. Let's see. I have to take a short break, so I'll be right back. Okay, apologies for the quick interruption there. Should be good to go now. Let's see, where did we leave off? I do want to kill both of these fighters for sure, and I guess this Lanceman would be the preferred kill. Surely we can manage something a little bit more powerful with Boone. I will grab a Steel Lance, and then if I need it, then the Silver Lance is an option. Yeah, looks like we will need it, so that's fine. Using up a Silver Lance on this guy, no big. They do have a lot of HP, so that's something that more or less influences what kind of weapon we have to use. Man, I really hope Boone promotes soon, because level 20 Boone, if he was promoted, he would have a lot of stats, that's for sure. We can leave that soldier alive. I think he'll do not enough damage to really kill anybody. Yeah, Toxin Lance, not very scary. Doesn't really matter which one she kills, so we'll see which one Parvati has the most hit rate against. 100 against both. We'll try Thunder Tome. Surely we won't miss 2 99s. That's almost a near impossibility in terms of Fire Emblem RNG, given the fact that the RNG runs on a 2 RN system, averaging the 2 numbers that are rolled, rather than just choosing 1 number. A 99 hit rate is like a 99.99% accuracy, so miss it twice would be like hitting the lottery. Let's see, as for Wanda, we could just heal her up. I think that works out. We still haven't healed up Ariel from the last map. That's one big reason as to why I want Wanda to be promoted pretty soon. Would be really nice to have another staff user on hand. She's the more combat-oriented one. I guess she has more res, but I mean, Wanda's most certainly the more combat-oriented. We'll put her on top of this for now, just in case. Never know about reinforcements. And then from there we can just drop Sylvan in range of like everything. We can just, how much HP does he have? He has enough that he can swap over to the Steel Bow and be dropped right there. It's kind of nice that Wise is able to, you know, pick him up. That's something that not many units are actually capable of, with the 16 con that he has. Okay, so let's see if the boss moves. If it does, then that's rather helpful. Of course, if not, then that's no big either. Just means that we have to approach him. Brave Lance, if he does move, then we more or less knock out the Brave Lance by making him use the spear. And that's rather on the nice side. I wonder if we'll double this guy. Probably not. Sersha's fast, but she's not super fast. Oh, okay. Perfect kill then. I'm glad that Sersha has the speed to do that still. Mercenaries have been gaining speed rather quickly. Okay, yeah. We might not run through this guy this turn. Yeah, that makes sense. I do still wonder if he's going to move. If he does, then that's, you know, that's still nice. I would rather appreciate that. Okay, he doesn't move yet, anyway. That said, does he have the defense that he would survive? 14 defense, let's assume we're using the steel bow, so that'd be 29. He would take 15 times 2 and die as a result, so that's cool. That is most excellent indeed. We also have the heavy spear still. That said, we could just kill this guy. I think. Yeah, we should be able to. She doesn't really have any supports. I'll have to try to get her some. She most certainly deserves some. Let's see. We have the Cincada, however you say it. I still haven't said it correctly once, I'm sure. But this is fine. Since we're going to be killing the other 2 units with our other units, this is perfectly okay. It is very neat having a dagger that's effective against armor. It does, of course, lose some ability thanks to weapon triangle, but it works out. And then we can just kill this guy. Perfect. Most excellent. Elite. I actually need to check and see what elite means. Like what the description for them is, because we haven't checked that out. Let's see. Get some more strength. He got speed. He's gonna cap out speed pretty soon. I think the warrior speed cap is 24, so he'll cap that out relatively quickly, I would imagine. Okay, let's see. At 24, let's check out what elite means. Oh, this is a proclaimer. Elite would be these guys. Would this one be an elite? No, this one. An elite member of the Proclaimers holds secrets. Very interesting. Let's see. We still don't know whether or not they move, so I'm gonna have to be a little bit careful. Let's see. That's actually okay, but I think I would rather not mess with him too much right now. We can help out over this way some. I'll just attack up close, because I want her to be moving forward sooner. And then if she gets poisoned, it's no big, because poison's not that big of a thing. Ah, shoot, she did get poisoned. That's just annoying as all. Dang, and our aerial with our restore staff is on the other side of the map, too. Most unfortunate. Okay, short spear, you're probably going to move and attack whoever you can. At least I would imagine that's the case. What do you got? Silver sword. We can attack you through the wall. And presumably kill. We can leave some people in range, too. Let's see. I mean, it doesn't really matter if she gets this kill. I would kind of appreciate it, but it doesn't really matter that much. I'll try from few range so that we can, you know, sort of keep in range of that guy. A crit would be, like, slightly annoying here, but surely it won't happen, right? Yeah, it's fine. This is fine. He should attack, Mr. Warrior Sylvan over there, because he has lower res. A double crit still wouldn't kill. You'd have to have a double crit in combination with this guy attack. Ooh. That's actually kind of bad. That's 24 damage plus 10, so 34 damage, 21. So it would still take a crit to kill. But that said, we could shoot this guy, and then dance for Winifred afterwards, and maybe move her so that she's blocking out the archer. Perhaps that's a possibility. Maybe I don't know, maybe not quite the possibility that I want it to be. If anything, we can just kill the monk, and that way there's no risk of death at all. I think that works out. We could just do that with Miles, too. I think I will do that, actually, because I feel like he deserves the experience a little bit more at this point. Keep him a little bit more relevant, if at all possible. Yeah, that works out. 15 damage. There shouldn't be any cause for worry. Assuming that the archer doesn't have to crit, of course. He shouldn't. I think Wanda has pretty good luck. The light tome guy will just have more crit by default. Yeah, 6 crit. Surely you have 6 luck. Yeah, we're all good. She shouldn't die. And then she will retaliate too, and he should get weighed down, right? No, he doesn't. But I mean, even so, let's see. -2 speed. Yeah, we're still fine. We still double. That's perfect. Okay, so from here, I see an opportunity for something kind of cool. So what we'll do is we'll throw a javelin, and then we'll light rune, or light brand, that is, 8 damage. Surely you do 16 with a javelin. Yeah. If this doesn't hit, it's no big, it's just kind of neat. Okay, and then from there we can light rune, or light brand, that is. Of course, we could do that too, but I also see an opportunity for something cool, as I was talking about. Please hit. Ooh, that's a little bit risky. Do we take 19 damage from that guy? I hope not. Are you in range of him? No. Okay. 20 damage, 21 from weapon triangle, -4. So this is fine as long as we kill this guy. But what I was gonna do is grab the bolt rune, which gives us 3 range, and attack that guy from there. I think that's more reliable, actually. Missing 2 98s is much less likely than missing 170, whatever, 71, I think. But yeah, I haven't changed the question of the day from last time. I don't think I'm going to still. I would still like to have your opinion on how late in the story you think the Lord should promote. Is a very interesting topic in my mind, and something that's hard to balance, I feel like, because you don't want your Lord to promote too early and thusly miss a lot of experience. Sort of in the vein of, perhaps you have played or you know of The Last Promise. In that game, the Lord promotes early to the point that I don't feel it's reasonable to get him capped out, unless you like really go in hard on leveling him. That is to say, one of the Lords. One of them promotes much later, if I recall correctly. Yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, but it's not going to kill us. In fact, we're going to kill. Most excellent. But yeah, like, in the vein of base Fire Emblem, Lords usually promote in the final third of the game, and by that point your Lord's probably capped out. It's really hard to balance. You need to have like a really fine understanding of what your units are capable of, what they're going to be doing at certain points in the game. Boone is one that I feel like maybe could have promoted a little bit earlier, but maybe I'm just saying that because I used him so much and that he's currently capped out. Which, to be fair, he did just cap out last chapter. I might have been a little bit careful using him, I can't recall exactly. Anyway, this should be okay. Throw a hand axe and then get the kill with someone else. I think that works out just fine. Flame Lance is scary because obviously it hits res, which our units generally have a little bit less of on average. Anyway, let's check out what's in this chest before we finish that up over there. Brave bow, very cool. Always glad to have a brave bow. Okay, so from here we could just use Boone to kill this guy. I think that works out. He has 23 attack, we'll do 22 after weapon triangle, barely doing any damage even through a steel or silver sword, but we'll wait a second before we do that. Yeah, there we go. I do love the slim sword still. Gives you the speed to double, but it also gives you more hit rates. Well, not really. It has better hit than most weaponry, just because it's a sword. I think it has a little bit less, or no, it has 100, so it's just really good. Not often that you hear that said, the slim weapons are good, but they certainly are. They're certainly a lot of fun to use. It makes me want to steal the idea from my own hack, I'm not gonna lie. It's a really well done thing. Like, I can't think of a better way to balance slim weapons. It's just really cool to me. I'm a really big fan of like Constitution as a stats. I really love how it flows, how the gameplay can become so much more intuitive if you have like a really fine understanding of how Constitution works as a stat. There's so much to it that can be really, like, it can be really fun to exploit it, it can be fun to, balance it really. There's a lot to it, it's just really cool to me. I do intend to make a video on it at some point, but of course it's hard to come by the time to, finish an entire scripted video. But maybe at some point I'll fine-tune a process for that and get those out. I'm hoping anyway. But anyway, Constitution's just really cool. Especially when it comes to stuff like weapons. Like, the reason it comes up is because you gain speed as a result of using the slim sword. It's weaker as a result, but of course you gain the speed. Whereas for other weapons, like the Lightbrand here, you lose a little bit of speed. It's just a really cool way of balancing like enemies. I think it's honestly done quite poorly in every game that uses a system other than Constitution. I also don't like it when Constitution can grow, because that creates weird things in terms of rescue. Like in Thracia, as an example, it's cool that Constitution can grow from the standpoint of being able to capture enemies, but it's rather not the best when it comes to like rescuing your own allies and lifting them and stuff. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe you can't do that in the game. I can't recall. I haven't finished it, to be fair. So maybe I'm just like misattributing some stuff there. But I think that, well, I mean, Constitution should be inherently tied to rescue in my mind. Like, I just feel like it makes the most sense that way. Rescue being a mechanic that needs to be in more Fire Emblem games because it's so important to the flow of everything. I like it. I would honestly prefer rescue as it is in the GBA over repositional skills like reposition, swap, shove, stuff like that. Shove is most certainly cool and all, but in a game, like if you combine shove with rescue, it feels really strange at all times. Because sometimes you do need like just 1 point of movement, and that makes sense and all. Surely you don't double me. You know, I'm Winifred. I don't get doubled. Let's see. Who do you support with again? Boone? No, not Boone. Miles and Wise. Can we get Miles over here in time? Surely we can. Yeah, we can dance for him. Then we can actually rescue with Wise and give her more Void. Very nice. And then we should have a handle on all of that, but as I was saying, having the combination of shove and rescue is a weird feeling, because with rescue, I don't know, just having all of the movement options on your side, it's a nice feel in situations, but I don't know, I feel like you shouldn't have every single movement option in the world. Just a personal preference, I guess. Which, I mean, I guess that's a thing in general, personal preference. Okay, that's it, I know where to find the archive. Everyone follow me. Oh, okay. Not bad. It just ends as soon as you kill them all. Makes sense. So, this is our archive then. There certainly are many relics and old documents. Yes, most everything here are treasures from Argon. That and research from generations of Proclaimers. The only thing that's left from a lost world, huh? I'm sure everything in here has a story, but let's just get what we came here for. Boone, remember what Leah said? Well, we have to go after Lael. I know, we're with you. He won't hurt her, you know, Devante. How do you know? Lael was terrified when we first met. You're just saying that because you're one of them. I know because I've known Lael and Devante far longer than you. Devante, Lael, and I actually grew up in this house. And because I was such an observant student, I knew Devante indeed loved his sister. In fact, much of his passion for saving Aramas was for her. He wanted a world where his sister could live free. Well, his passion turned into obsession. That's more or less right. Lael saw that her brother was changing. He was no longer the fun-loving brother she once knew. This drove her to steal Celsie's bell from his archive. You know the rest. She ran away in hopes of bringing her brother back to his old self. Despite Lael leaving him, Devante's goal never wavered. Everything he was doing is for Lael. But Loretta believes the malevolence from carrying Betty's harp has affected him. He may no longer be himself. It may be so, but I believe in him. There's no way he'd hurt Lael. That wasn't the impression I had of him during the war. He seemed fixated on capturing Princess Leia and undermining Loretta's research. Devante was heartbroken after Lael left him. I believe his admiration for the mother helped fill the void. All he wanted to do was make her proud, and ultimately solved what she could not, finding Leda's flute. Obviously, this caused him to take matters into his own hand during the Celeste Amatona War. Anyway, that was a foolish attempt to gain control, and you saw how that ended. I don't feel sorry for him. His actions are dangerous, and he needs to be put down. We need to get moving. Leah, have you found Majestra? I hope so. Oh yes, sorry. I kind of got distracted by all of the wonderful relics in here. Ooh, interesting. Wonder if we could mess with anything else. You can't be serious. Got the Majestra. Very nice. Most excellent. We'll put the Bright Rune in the supply for now. Very nice. Wonder if there... dang, there's no extra stuff in there that we could have used for ourselves. Well, if we have everything we need, let's be on our way. Not so fast, Boone. Remember, my mother told us we could find other useful things here. For instance, look at these pretty feathers. I couldn't help myself. Phoenix blooms. Now, how would you know that? I just do, okay? Lael, she said she always wanted to meet a phoenix. Those phoenix plumes may be the only ones left in existence. I had never realized they were at House Origin. Are they special? Yes, in fact, warriors of Argon would often wear phoenix plumes to heighten their ability. Ooh, maybe this is the promotion item for our lord. Here, Boone, you should take them. Oh, a little bit of... Oh, hey, nice. Boone promoting. Excellent. I'm very happy with this development. Ooh. Yes, he uses the modified Ephraim, like, you know, animations, of course. Oh my gosh, he gets so much in every stat. That's so... he gets axes too. Yes! He's so good. Yes, this is sweet. Wow, I already feel more powerful. How's your eyesight? It's fine, why? Because you're going to need it to help track Lael and Devante's footprints. Right, come on everyone. Their footprints still should be fresh from the rain. Wow, that's really cool. He got so many stats. Ooh, I cannot wait to use him in the next chapter. Make sure to tune in for that chapter so you can see how well he performs for yourself. Man, that's huge. He gets so much. Oh man, he's gonna be amazing. Ah, I'm so excited for that. Also, the story went really well. I'm also sorry that my commentary on Constitution and whatnot got cut off by the end of the chapter like that. I wasn't expecting it to end exactly like that. I thought we were going to have to, go back and also unlock the door. But that's on me. Maybe I'll pick up that conversation in the next episode. Maybe that'll be the inspiration for the question of the day. I'll see if I can remember that for next recording. Ah, this is really cool. Everything about this just was fun. It was a really fun map. The story just felt satisfying. We got to learn some cool stuff. I don't know. That was a lot of fun. But like I said, stay tuned for next time. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel a lot. And subscribe if you're this many parts deep in the series. It should be like 31 or something. So yeah, till next time. I'll see you later.